My name is Andrea Rusk, and I serve as the principal at Brainerd High School and South Campus. Thank you for being here to celebrate a very exciting time in our school's history. The last year and a half has been very busy with work planning, and now we're moving into the new phase of work construction. I'd like to take a few minutes to thank those who are responsible for this groundbreaking ceremony. First, I'm going to start with the most important people here, and that's our students. They give us the reason we must strongly support their education. Our warriors are hardworking, respectful, kind, and they're ready learners. Despite the many challenges of being a teenager in today's world, they navigate their path at BHS with strength, and they give us hope for the future. Thank you to the Board of Education. You courageously embarked on a process to first identify our facility needs in our school district and made sound recommendations to our community to help meet those needs. Without that courage, we would not be here today. I want to thank Superintendent Larson and our district leadership team. They continue to push us as leaders in our schools in order to provide a high-quality education for every student. And thank you to the amazing staff who are busy right now educating our high schoolers. Their commitment to meet every warrior at where they are and move them to the best student they can be is truly admirable, and I respect that. Our staff is awesome. It is important to thank those outside of BHS who made this happen today. We would not be here today without the Lakes Chamber under the leadership of Matt Killian. Thanks for being here, Matt. Our business community not only supported our bond, but they continue to support our high school students at Brainerd High School. They give them their first job, they teach them critical work skills, and of course, they serve our teenagers with a smile when they are now consumers spending their own money. My appreciation also goes to ICS and Winsett Smith and Nolting for providing the expertise and experience this past year in our journey to prepare for the work today. A special thanks to Scott and Mike, who worked so closely listening to the many, many work groups we had going on here at Brainerd High School. And finally, my thanks to our parents and our community. Thank you, Mayor Menk, for being here today. A strong school is due to the community. Strong communities have strong schools, and I'm grateful to live here where our community members value not only a quality education for our students, but facilities to provide safety, innovation, and progressive programs to prepare our warriors for their future. At this time, I'm very proud to call up to the podium Hannah and Jonah. Jonah is our student council president, and Hannah serves as our vice president to give a few remarks.
Good morning. Good morning. Wow, that sounds killer, sorry. I'm student council president here at the high school. This is Hannah. She's my vice president. We love what we do here. Is good? Okay. We love what we do here, but this renovation and construction that we're going to have is going to change the dynamic of this school. This school is going to be more community central with the Performing Arts Center. It's going to bring the community in to create a better cohesive, so it's not the high school by itself and the rest of it. It'll be all together. In the school, I've looked at the blueprints and stuff, and there's going to be more community and interactive space for us, which creates a better, more inclusive high school for us. This is very exciting for us as students. I won't really get to see it as a senior, but for the freshmen and the juniors, sophomores, and everyone below us, this is going to be exciting. It's going to be a brand, it's going to be a new school, it's going to be a new look, and it's going to be a lot more fun to learn in a different way of learning here at the school. Hannah?
Hi, I'm Hannah. I just wanted to really extend a thank you to our community members who made this possible for us. Also for our students who are cooperating, even though it's kind of difficult sometimes with all the renovations that are going on. It's definitely going to be beneficial in the long run. Everyone who's made this possible is extremely important, and I want to thank you guys all for being here and making this happen.
Choral director at Brainerd High School, Brian Stubbs, to give a few remarks.
And I have a few remarks. I was asked if I would speak on behalf of the staff, and I wondered why I would be asked to do that. But because of the Performing Arts Center and the number of meetings we've had, I've probably been to more meetings, I suppose. So I got that lucky thing. I asked Andrew if I could have at least 25 minutes, however, because we're pretty passionate in the performing arts area about what's happening here. And she said I get 1 minute 30 seconds. So here we go. First of all, on behalf of the faculty and staff here at Brainerd High School, we would like to show our gratitude and thanks for what is starting to happen today. Today we mark a huge milestone at Brainerd High School, a beginning of a new chapter. 51 years ago, this building opened its doors. Thousands of students have entered and prepared for their adult lives here, and thousands look to Brainerd as a significant part of their preparation for adulthood. Our community has always supported our kids. We have given them the best we can afford in hopes that they go out into the world and make a positive difference. We recognize that our high school has been an outstanding facility for this purpose, but we also recognize that we are in need of significant changes to keep with the current technology, security, and educational demands. We as a community answered that challenge. We voted yes. Yes to new facilities for the arts, yes to upgraded classrooms, yes to a safe haven for our most precious commodities, our students. Following that yes vote, we began dreaming and planning and revising and budgeting. I can't tell you how many meetings we've been to and have happened without me in them as well. After a year of work, we can finally start building. Today, we officially recognize that we are starting to build the new Brainerd High School. We gratefully acknowledge the entire ISD 181 community. You have made a dream a reality, and it starts today. Thank you.
Sensation, word warrior. Nation, warrior. Nation, you yell warrior. Nation, warrior. Nation.
Dave Bergeron, principal at ICS Consulting.
Welcome to the groundbreaking ceremony for the new Brainerd High School. Our firm has had the opportunity and the privilege to work in partnership with Brainerd Public Schools, the school district, the Board of Education, to help visualize and construct this historic Blueprint 181 process. And we're excited to help change this building, change your community. As program manager for Blueprint 181, we also have the responsibility to ensure that the projects are done on time and on budget. But we haven't been doing that alone, and we will continue to do that. Rather, we work in lockstep with our design partners, particularly architectural. We're also proud that we're working. One of the upfront goals of this was to have as many local contractors involved as possible, and we're pretty proud of the fact that all of the projects. Thanks, Andrea. So to date, of all the projects across the district, including this wonderful high school project, over 60% of the contractors, the design contractors and the constructors will be, the firms will be within a 50-mile radius of Brainerd and Baxter. So we're extremely proud of the fact that the majority of the projects will be built. So congratulations to the Brainerd School District, to the Board of Education, to the communities of Brainerd and Baxter, for engaging in this process to change the educational value, not for today, but for decades to come. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to welcome our Mayor of Brainerd, Ed Menk.
Good morning. Did you guys notice the wonderful weather? I ordered it. By the way, there are those that do the work and those that take credit. I'll take credit for the weather. I will not take credit for all this wonderful work that's happening in the school system here right now. Did you notice up at the front row here and over here, a lot of people squinting? Well, what they're doing is they're looking into the future. Local politician, local, statewide, I saw a clip of her talking, and she's talking about the fact that today, the actions we take will affect the next 7 generations. As looking at a generation, when I was growing up, a generation was considered 20 years. Now, if you look back in 2021, when this school will be pretty much finished, we'll be celebrating the 150th year in the city of Brainerd. And the school district has been the biggest part of it. So let's look forward for the next 150 years, make certain we plan for it with the school. We're in a good position to move forward. And with that, thank you very much to the school, to the citizens, all the people that put this together. Thank you very much.
I'd like to introduce and welcome Matt Killian from the Lakes Chamber.
I was joking with Ed that if you see me squinting, now you'll know that I'm looking into the future. So thanks for the excuse there. On behalf of the board of directors, the staff, and our 1,000 business members of the Brainerd Lakes Chamber, I want to add my own thanks and congratulations to everyone who made this happen. You know, I work with entrepreneurs every single day. I have the pleasure of working with entrepreneurs, and I'm always inspired by these people. They all have one thing in common. At some point in their lives, they start seeing the possibilities. They start believing in themselves. And one day they decide to make the ultimate bet. They bet on their own passion and their own skills. They bet on themselves, and they invest in themselves. So I'm very proud of our school today. I'm proud of all of our students, I'm proud of our parents, I'm proud of our teachers, but mostly I'm proud of our community today, because that's exactly what we did. We bet on ourselves, and we invested in ourselves. Speaking of pride, I also need to echo what Dave mentioned about the school district being Lakes proud, and a large percent of the building projects have used local businesses to ensure that the maximum amount of taxpayer dollars stay in our area. That's an applause line, by the way. Did you know that our businesses are growing at such a rapid pace that they can't find enough people, and that ought to be the concern of all of us. It's certainly a concern of our chamber members. In fact, it's the #1 concern. And anytime a new family is deciding whether to move into this community, you know what they do first? They visit our schools. And it matters how they look as well as how they function. They want to know, and they're testing us, they want to know whether our community has the guts, the heart, and the smarts to invest in itself. And today, they know that we do. Thanks.
Please welcome our Brainerd Public Schools Board of Education Chair, Sue Kern.
All right. Welcome, everyone, on behalf of the Board of Education for taking this opportunity to celebrate the groundbreaking today for Brainerd High School. Thank you to all of you here for taking time away from your lives and your jobs. This is a very exciting time. I'm done. This is a very exciting time for ISD 181, as this is our 4th groundbreaking and our largest project from our recently passed referendum. I would like to take this time right now to thank each and every community member for not only passing the referendum, but also for their very generous tax dollars that have made this even possible. I fully recognize the sacrifice our community members are making with tax dollars, monies that could be spent elsewhere. But our voters have chosen to spend the money on educating our children and improving our facilities and making them more safe, secure, and updating all of our educational spaces. We're so happy the community values the importance of educating the next generation as educating our children and youth is at the heart of every school board member. I would also like to thank the school administration, teachers, all the staff, as well as Mayor Mink, the city officials, and the Chamber of Commerce. These facility improvements, along with the Performing Arts Center, will benefit our children and community for decades to come. Thank you so much.
Please welcome Superintendent of Schools, Lane Larson.
Couldn't ask for a more beautiful day, could we? All right. Well, it is an honor to be here, and I want to welcome everyone here to the groundbreaking for the Brainerd High School and the new Regional Performing Arts Center. Today we break ground on our alma mater. We break ground on our past, our present, and as our future. And as the mayor said, we are looking brightly into the future because of what's occurring today. We're breaking ground, leaving a legacy that will live on in our school district for its entire history. Throughout this 3-year process, the Brainerd High School is going to be seeing an extensive amount of change and an extensive amount of dust and dirt and debris. But as a result of that, we're going to see enhanced safety and security throughout our buildings. We're going to be able to perform and to witness a 1,200-seat performing arts center, a regional performing arts center to bring in, to showcase our students and to bring in other shows from around the nation. We're going to have additional gymnasiums and seating in those gymnasiums. We're going to have an 8-lane, state-of-the-art swimming pool that's going to be added to our district. We're going to have additional drop-offs and pickups, safety for our kids, and we're going to have more parking. And students, I promise you, we're going to get through the next 2 years, and there's going to be plenty of parking for you as we move forward. We're going to have comprehensive career and technical education in our district, business partnerships with our chamber and our workforces throughout our community, extensive technology integration, which will help us be competitive in this highly global world, collaborative and multi-purpose spaces, an awesome kitchen and cafeteria, and a media center, which will showcase the technology of the future, just to name a few of the many initiatives and incentives that are going to occur as a result of our dedicated and committed community. As so many have said before, we have so many people to thank. Nothing happens if we do it alone or if we do it in silos. Instead, we work as a collaborative team and in partnership on behalf of our kids. Today, I'm going to take a little bit more time to recognize so many of the people that are here and take a little bit more time so that you actually can see who many of the stakeholders are that made this a reality. I need to begin with the foresight in this project, our elected decision makers who are in attendance today. And I would like our Board of Education to please stand and be recognized when I call your name. I want to begin with Chairman Sue Kern, Vice Chair Tom Hagelin, Clerk Reed Campbell, Treasurer Bob Nystrom, Directors Charles Blacklance and Ruth Nelson. And I would also like to recognize Chris Robinson, who retired from the Board of Education last November, but for his commitment as well. Please give these people a very sincere None of this would happen happen in a school if you didn't have a committed Board of Education who put students at the forefront of every decision they make. And as I've said through my 14 years as a superintendent of schools, I am blessed to work with the best Board of Education that you could ever imagine. Every one of these people are committed to providing the highest quality education that we could ever provide within our school district. I also want to thank many of the district leaders who were part of the oversight team that made it happen, and I would like them to be recognized as well. Beginning with Heidi Hahn, our assistant superintendent, business manager Marcy Lord, Corey Reynolds, our communications and community education, building and grounds, Earl Willett and Jeff Flayton. I saw them over there a little bit ago. I'm not sure we're there. There's Jeff right there and Earl right in front of me. Thank you. And I also want to recognize Steve Lund, our former business manager, and Aaron Sinclair, the former assistant superintendent, for being part of this vision to make this a reality. Please give these people a round of applause. Also, to make Brainerd High School the premier site that it's going to be, we want to recognize the administration for their dedication and their many, many, many hours and number of meetings that you've attended to make this a reality. And I begin with Andrea Rusk, your wonderful principal. Please stand. Fred Totsmith, principal. Nate Merseth and Josh Fordyce. Please stand and be recognized. I also want to take this time to thank the Yes Committee. And I see many of you, and will you just go like this out in the audience if you're here? The people who actually, when we sold the referendum, the district can only give the facts. We can't ask people to vote yes. And yet I see Jana and I see Jessica out here and many more of you who took the time and the energy to go out there and say, please vote yes for our kids. And they made it a reality. And so thank you so much. Thank you to the City Council, Mayor Mank and all of the City Council for working with us to get this lovely site a reality. To our parents, our business partners in the chamber, Matt, thank you to everyone who did what they did to make this happen. To our community who voted, and also for the many contractors who are working with us today. All the people with ICS, please stand. Dave, I know Chris, Rhonda, Scott, thank you. These people have helped lead this charge. I now would like to have all the people with Woodseth Smith Knowlting and JLG please stand, all our architects who made this a reality. Kevin Dene, Mike England, Erica Markison, Tim Rama, if you're here, thank you. Lindsay, thank you for all the work that you've done. I also would like to have all the people from High Tech. I see lots of you in the back. Please be recognized. They're leading this contracting project for the high school, but they're leading many of our projects throughout our district, and we could not be more excited than to have our local firms running this because we know the job is going to get done, and it's going to get done well because of you. And to all of our other contractors and partners, thank you for the work that you do. Please give everyone a round of applause. So in just a couple of short minutes, we're going to all put on our vests, we're going to put shovels in our hands, and we're going to put hard hats on our heads. And we're going to overturn this pile of sand for the groundbreaking, encompassing more than a $90 million commitment to excellence at Brainerd High School. As we prepare to do this, I think about what it means to be part of Brainerd High School and to have a regional performing arts center in our community. And so I have 6 students who said that they would be willing to help me in this process to share that with us today. So we're going to start with the letter B. B stands for Brainerd Warriors. We are all Brainerd Warriors. B stands for books, brains, backpacks, and the building blocks to opportunity, innovation, and success for all learners in our district. H stands for highlighters, and unfortunately, homework, history class, and healthy, happy habits for our students. S, science, scholarships, successful students, and above all, safety and security for all. The Performing Arts Center was an additional investment in our third question by our wonderful community. They committed to an additional $8 million to say that they are passionate in the support of the arts throughout our community. So our letter P, it stands for a payoff of a powerful portfolio. It's kind of a tongue twister. Payoff of a powerful portfolio of music, theater, dance, and performance. A, achievement for all. Achievement for all learners in the arts, the academics, the athletics, and within the activities. And finally, C, our classroom commitment. We are committed to continuing excellence in teaching and learning at Brainerd Public Schools. From this point on, when you see the acronym BHS, or you see the acronym PAC, I want you to think of this very special day, our groundbreaking ceremony, the opportunities that our generous community has given to all of our students and to our district. And finally, I want you to think about the legacy and the responsibility that we have to this day in what we provide to our future alumni of Brainerd High School. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you for your part in making this a reality. And let's go Warriors. Let's get this groundbreaking ceremony going. Thank you.
Being here. Thank you, Diane.